Your masculine energy isn't what it used to be. Those vigorous mornings have become just a distant memory? What if I told you the solution isn't in an expensive pharmacy, but right in your morning coffee? In this video, I'm going to reveal 5 scientifically proven natural ingredients you can add to your coffee to recover your vitality, stamina, and that confidence that seems to have disappeared with age. I'm not talking about empty promises or internet miracles. I'm talking about real science, tested on real patients during 3 decades specializing in men's health. In the next few minutes, you're going to discover exactly how to transform your regular coffee into a powerful formula that improves circulation, balances hormones, and reignites that energy you thought was lost. I'll show you the simple step-by-step process, the exact ingredients, the right dosages, and most importantly, how to make this work in your routine without complications. If you're tired of feeling less capable, less confident, less like yourself, stay until the end, because this information can literally change the way you wake up every single day. All right, gentlemen, time for an honest conversation this Thursday morning. If your daily wake-up routine, and I believe you understand precisely what I'm referring to here, isn't delivering the results it once did, you need to pay close attention. You're already brewing that essential morning beverage, correct? It's your custom, your energy source. But consider this possibility. Incorporating just a handful of straightforward natural elements into that identical drink could completely revolutionize it. Transform it from a standard alertness beverage into a potent, circulation-enhancing, stamina-supporting formula that genuinely fuels your masculine vigor throughout the entire day. And yes, including those dependable early morning responses you might be longing for. I'm Dr. Charles Bennett, and throughout 3 decades as a urologist specializing in male sexual wellness for mature men, I've committed my career to assisting gentlemen, individuals exactly like yourself, who face the occasionally frustrating, frequently perplexing realm of masculine performance and the aging process. I've listened to countless worries. I've witnessed the challenges firsthand, and I've evaluated these concerns in numerous patients. And here's what I've discovered. Occasionally, the most effective, life-changing answers aren't concealed behind pharmaceutical prescriptions. They're positioned right there, available in your pantry. Today, I'm revealing 5 straightforward additions you can incorporate into your morning brew. These aren't merely online speculation or empty promises. Everything I'm presenting is validated by legitimate published scientific studies. And crucially, these are the precise elements that actual men, my patients, have utilized to successfully revitalize their masculine drive, stamina, and overall self-assurance. Before we proceed, allow me this request. You're here seeking genuine solutions, so press that like button immediately. It helps this essential knowledge reach additional men who require it. And leave a comment telling me your location. I appreciate discovering how widespread this community extends. Listen, I enjoy morning coffee as thoroughly as anyone. It's a cardiovascular catalyst. It activates your mind and delivers that unmistakable mental advantage. But here's the harsh reality about plain black coffee after reaching 50. It's a surge and decline mechanism. It provides a significant jolt. Your pulse accelerates. Your consciousness illuminates. But then, unavoidably, you collapse. You're grabbing cup number 2 by mid-morning, fighting that dreaded late-morning haze. Physiologically, while caffeine functions as a temporary vessel constrictor, narrowing arterial pathways slightly before a brief boost, it's not accomplishing anything to address the deeper age-related challenges that genuinely matter for masculine capability. Your testosterone is gradually but consistently diminishing. Your vascular system is becoming more rigid and less adaptable, a condition termed endothelial deterioration. Your organism's natural synthesis of nitric oxide, the absolute master regulator for circulation and healthy blood movement, is decreasing rapidly. That quick caffeine hit resembles placing a small adhesive bandage on a substantial underlying injury. It's fleeting. It's concealing the problem. We need to stop utilizing coffee as a simple alarm mechanism and start employing it as a delivery system for the premium nutrition your body currently demands. Consider this perspective. Your physique after 50 resembles a classic high-performance automobile. You wouldn't fill a vintage sports vehicle with cheap standard gasoline, would you? It requires the premium grade. The wonderful aspect is you can convert your coffee custom into a daily straightforward act of proactive wellness using ingredients available at any standard grocery outlet. This is about making your established routine work more intelligently, not more intensely. I want you to grasp the significance of what we're addressing. In my 30 years of urology specialization, I've conducted deep, candid dialogues with men from diverse backgrounds. Executives, laborers, educators, grandfathers. Every single gentleman I've encountered confirms the disappearance of dependable masculine function, the reduction in stamina, the absence of that vitality. It exacts a substantial toll on a man's self-respect, his confidence, and his intimate connection to his companion. It's not merely a physical challenge, it's an emotional and life-quality concern. Numerous pharmaceutical alternatives have adverse reactions, are costly, and only address the manifestation, not the underlying cause. My objective isn't to substitute medication. It's to help you maximize your body's own remarkable capability. These 5 coffee additions are grounded in a philosophy I term cardiovascular vitality. They target circulation, hormone balance, and cellular wellness. They enable your organism to accomplish what it already understands how to do, just with some natural reinforcement. So, let's convert that coffee mug into your daily enhancement. Prepare yourself. We're revealing the 5 critical ingredients that you can literally incorporate into your coffee beginning tomorrow. Number 5. The aromatic cabinet controller. Cinnamon. Now, I'm not suggesting emptying half a container of that substance you sprinkle on breakfast items. We're discussing 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon. Not all cinnamon varieties are equivalent. The essential distinction: you must attempt to locate Ceylon cinnamon, occasionally labeled authentic cinnamon, not the considerably more prevalent cassia cinnamon from standard stores. Why? Cassia contains elevated concentrations of a substance called coumarin, which can stress the liver if you're consuming it regularly. Ceylon is gentle and effective. The physiological explanation: glucose control. Cinnamon is nature's remarkable glucose stabilizer. Research demonstrates it can substantially reduce fasting glucose concentrations. Why is this significant for masculine performance? Elevated erratic glucose, even if you're not diabetic, resembles sandpaper on your arteries. It initiates a mechanism called glycation, where sugar literally damages those tiny microscopic vascular pathways, the ones thinner than human hair, that are the primary and most essential to deliver circulation to the necessary regions. Cinnamon's polyphenols stabilize this entirely, maintaining your glucose concentrations steady, which means reduced arterial damage and better, more dependable circulation where it matters. The emotional impact: consistent stamina. Plain coffee delivers a jittery surge. Cinnamon moderates the absorption of caffeine slightly, providing a much more balanced, sustainable energy across the day. Gentlemen tell me they experience reduced anxiety, no tremors, and no reaching for that second desperation cup. It stabilizes your stamina, which translates to a more stable, confident presence. The practical implementation: flavor and heritage. It makes your coffee taste like a sophisticated, comforting beverage you'd spend considerable money for at a specialty shop. Cinnamon, frequently combined with coffee, has been utilized for generations in Latin American and Middle Eastern traditions. They identified the advantages long before we had sophisticated laboratories to validate it. Number 4. The natural nitric oxide amplifier, unsweetened dark cocoa powder. Forget sugary chocolate beverages. We're discussing pure, dark, unsweetened cocoa powder. The variety that's so concentrated, it's almost ebony. Just 1 teaspoon mixed into your cup. You might be astonished by how substantially this straightforward addition contributes. Why cocoa? It's a flavonoid warehouse specifically loaded with substances called epicatechin and catechin. The physiological explanation: master regulator. These flavonoids accomplish something absolutely essential. They directly amplify your organism's synthesis of nitric oxide. I cannot emphasize sufficiently how crucial this is. Nitric oxide is the master regulator for healthy circulation. It's the signaling compound that instructs the smooth muscle tissue in your vascular pathways to completely relax and expand wide, creating a substantial influx of circulation. One investigation in the Journal of Hypertension demonstrated that men who consumed cocoa regularly had circulation improvements equivalent to certain medications without the unpleasant adverse reactions. We're discussing a measured 30% improvement in how effectively the arteries expand. The emotional impact, disposition, and concentration. Cocoa contains natural substances like anandamide, frequently called the joy compound, the identical chemical your organism produces when you're experiencing love, and phenylethylamine, a natural disposition enhancer. You're not just supporting your physique, you're literally helping to get your mind in the optimal state. Half of performance is psychological, correct? The practical implementation: sugar-free mocha experience. It converts your standard coffee into a delicious, sugar-free, guilt-free mocha. If you find pure cocoa excessively bitter, add a tiny amount of a natural non-sugar sweetener like stevia or monk fruit extract. Remember, don't utilize the sugary chocolate mix. That defeats the entire objective by spiking your glucose. Number 3. The Andean adaptogenic root, maca powder. This one is somewhat more uncommon. But stay with me. Maca root has been a foundation in the high Andes mountains of Peru for millennia. They call it nature's stamina amplifier down there, but it doesn't function like a quick solution at all. It works sustainably. What makes maca distinctive? It grows at 14,000 feet in extreme environments, making the root incredibly resilient and nutrient-concentrated, filled with 19 amino acids, vitamins, and minerals. The physiological explanation: hormone balance. Maca is an adaptogen, which means it assists your organism adapt to stress and maintain hormonal equilibrium. Importantly, it doesn't introduce hormones to your organism. It assists your organism manufacture more of its own naturally. It appears to function on the hypothalamus and pituitary gland, the master regulators of your entire hormone mechanism. A 2009 investigation found that men taking 2.4 grams, approximately 1 teaspoon daily for 12 weeks, reported substantial improvements in desire and overall vitality. Because it's supporting your organism's natural synthesis, the effects accumulate slowly, sustainably over duration, not in a sudden jolt. The emotional impact, the illumination, returns. The effect men notice most isn't an immediate physical transformation. It's a profound sensation of clarity, concentration, and renewed motivation. One of my patients, a 56-year-old accountant, told me, "Dr. Bennett, it resembled someone switched the illumination back on upstairs. Everything just seemed clearer, and I had a desire for living again." That restored sense of self, that sensation of dignity, is invaluable. The practical implementation: flavor and variety. Maca adds a slightly nutty, almost caramel or malted milk flavor to your coffee. It's definitely distinctive, but most individuals become accustomed to it quickly. Professional tip: yellow maca is the mildest and usually optimal to start with. Black maca is generally considered optimal for maximum stamina and endurance. Start with just half a teaspoon and progress upward over a week. Number 2. The essential hormone constructor: coconut oil or MCT oil. I understand what you're considering. Oil and coffee? Affirmative. And it's a transformation. When you blend just 1 teaspoon of coconut oil into your hot coffee, it creates a creamy, rich beverage that keeps you feeling satisfied and energized for extended periods. The science here is straightforward and vital. The physiological explanation: raw components. Testosterone is manufactured from cholesterol and fats. If you've spent years on a low-fat diet, you might have been accidentally depriving your organism of the essential raw components it requires to manufacture hormones. Coconut oil provides medium-chain triglycerides, MCTs. Unlike other fats, MCTs are quickly processed by the liver and immediately transformed into stamina. It's like premium jet fuel for your organism. One investigation found that men consuming MCTs had measurably elevated testosterone concentrations than those consuming other fats. It's feeding your organism the beneficial fats it requires to produce more of its own precious testosterone. The emotional impact: sustained clarity. This is the secret behind the bulletproof coffee movement. The fat content dramatically moderates the absorption of caffeine. Instead of that chaotic surge and collapse, you get a steady, gentle, hours-long release of stamina and incredible mental clarity. No mid-morning brain haze, no desperate reach for a sugary snack. This sustained stamina provides a sensation of control and mental sharpness that directly amplifies confidence. The practical implementation: the texture technique. You have to blend it. Stirring it in will just leave an unappealing oil layer on top. Use a small electric frother, an immersion blender, or just a mason jar that you shake vigorously for 30 seconds. The result is a creamy latte-like texture that tastes remarkable and keeps you full until lunch. Caution: if you have digestive concerns, start with half a teaspoon. Your system requires time to adjust to processing that much fat in the morning. Number 1. The circulation rocket fuel: ginger. The final ingredient, and perhaps the most underestimated. Whether you use a thin slice of freshly grated ginger or just 1/4 teaspoon of the powdered version, this is rocket fuel for your circulation and testosterone. Ginger's gingerols and shogaols, the active substances in ginger, are powerful anti-inflammatories and potent vasodilators. They expand vascular pathways. The physiological explanation: the testicular shield. This is the truly remarkable aspect. Studies suggest ginger can actually elevate testosterone concentrations by protecting your testicles from something called oxidative stress. Consider it. Your testicles are constantly under assault from heat, sitting throughout the day, stress, and normal metabolic byproducts. They need to be a few degrees cooler than the rest of your organism to function optimally. Ginger helps protect these essential production centers. A 2012 investigation showed a remarkable 17.7% elevation in testosterone after men took daily ginger supplementation for 3 months. The researchers believe it functions by increasing luteinizing hormone, which signals the testicles to produce more testosterone. The emotional impact: a warm catalyst. Ginger doesn't just wake you up, it wakes up your entire system. It adds a warm, spicy, invigorating kick to your coffee. It's like the difference between a gentle alarm clock and a fire alarm. It gets your entire system going without the shock. This sensation of being warmed up and vital translates to physical and mental readiness. The practical implementation, the caution. 1/4 teaspoon of powder is plenty, or a thin slice of fresh ginger. Fair caution. Ginger can be intense for some sensitive stomachs, so start small and make certain to take it with food. It can also slightly thin the circulation, so if you are on prescribed blood thinners, please consult your doctor before adding ginger to your daily custom. Okay, Dr. Bennett, you're probably thinking, am I supposed to convert my kitchen into a laboratory every morning? That sounds exhausting. Absolutely not. The objective is optimization, not complication. The key to making these customs stick is simplicity and consistency. The efficient starter plan, 5-second solution. The starter combination. Purchase the 3 easiest, longest-lasting ingredients: Ceylon cinnamon, unsweetened cocoa powder, and maca powder. The preparation. Mix equal portions of all 3 powders in a small jar or container. Keep it right next to your coffee maker or kettle. The execution. Every morning, scoop 1 level teaspoon of this premixed blend directly into your coffee cup before you pour the coffee. Stir. Completed. That's it. You get 3 major advantages in a 5-second custom. You don't need all 5 ingredients on day 1. Your organism requires time to adjust, respond, and genuinely benefit. Start small. Don't expect miracles overnight. Select 1 ingredient right now. I recommend starting with cinnamon because it's so straightforward and universally acceptable. And commit to adding it every morning for the next 30 days. Keep a journal. Use your phone notes or a straightforward piece of paper on your refrigerator. Each day, rate your stamina level from 1 to 10. Note anything unusual: disposition, concentration, workout performance, and yes, those morning situations. I am confident you will notice a difference substantial enough that you will want to continue. Gentlemen, please hear me when I express this. If you are struggling with stamina, with performance, or with just feeling like your vital, strong self, you are not alone. This is a natural aspect of the aging journey, but it is not a final sentence. The media, the advertisements, they want you to believe that if you're over 50, your only alternatives are expensive, complicated, or surgical. That's simply not accurate. What we've discussed today isn't about some quick, temporary solution. It's about honoring your organism with the nutrients it requires to thrive in this new phase of your existence. It's about reclaiming control. It's about respecting the powerful mechanism that has carried you through decades of living. These are small, straightforward, empowering transformations. They don't require a doctor's appointment. They don't cost a fortune. And they integrate seamlessly into a custom you already have. You are worthy of feeling energetic, confident, and vital. You deserve to walk through existence with your head held high, full of dignity and confidence. Age is a journey, not a destination of decline. Your morning coffee doesn't have to be a simple custom. It can be a daily, purposeful act of reclaiming your vitality. These 5 additions, cinnamon, cocoa, maca, coconut oil, and ginger, are your natural allies in the battle against age-related decline. They are validated by science, supported by tradition, and proven by actual men in my specialization. You still have the capability to experience incredible things. Your organism is still capable of remarkable performance. Sometimes it just requires a little natural, concentrated fuel from your pantry. So, tomorrow morning, when you're making your coffee, remember this dialogue. Remember that you are actively choosing to upgrade your day, your organism, and your confidence with just a straightforward addition to your cup. Drop a comment below and tell me which one of the 5 ingredients you are going to try first for your 30-day experiment. Your choice might inspire another gentleman who's on the fence. If this knowledge helped you, if it gave you hope, please press that subscribe button. I share new honest wellness strategies for mature men every week. No judgment, no embarrassment, just practical information that actually functions. Share this content with one friend who you know could benefit. Sometimes the optimal thing you can do for a friend is to provide them knowledge that could genuinely transform their day-to-day existence. Until next time, this is Dr. Charles Bennett reminding you that small transformations lead to substantial, dignified results. Stay strong, gentlemen.